Alright, well, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of the G.I. Joe Classified Mutt and Junkyard. This is just my first impressions. Number one is for $45. It seems like Hasbro might finally be getting the memo just a little bit with all the accessories you get with this figure. Not only is it the figure himself, but also his pet companion Junkyard. So you basically are getting two figures for $45. The figure himself comes with 3 pairs of hands, 3 goggles, 3 weapons, 4 if you count the knife, which you should, and then even the dog gets an extra head. So for 45 bucks, that's quite a bit. Other companies do offer quite a bit more. So for 45 bucks, I would have liked to see a stand and maybe even some other heads for Mutt. That would have been a nice addition as well. All right, let's open this bad boy up and see what's inside. Okay, so first thing out of the box is the figure itself. This guy is number 113 in the G.I. Joe Classified series. And to get started, right out of the box, I noticed that the waist is loose. It's really wibbly wobbly. I can even shake it. So that joint is not entirely tight. Well, the left elbow is definitely more of a ratchet. This just slides in the joint. The wrists are moving pretty good. Knees are a little stiff, but maybe that just needs some movement in order to loosen that up. Standing on his own, he does pretty good so far. I know that wasn't, he just fell over there on an even surface. He's doing okay. But this is why I wish they would include figure stands. I am really digging his face sculpt. I really like that expressive expression, so to speak. The paint looks really good. I like the hair on the forearms. Buzzer had the same thing. I was digging that detail. The color, I like the color. It really does harken back to the original figure. I also do want to apologize. At the first stage of the unboxing, I said that he came with 3 goggles. I didn't realize it's actually a face mask. So you got 2 different sets of goggles here and then a face mask. So I do apologize for that. So let's take a look at Junkyard next, see what's going on there. Okay, so here we have a little pooch. His name's Junkyard. And this is not the first figure to come with a pet. Some notable others would have been, of course, Crocmaster, Snake Eyes, came with Timber at some point. Did not get him because I just don't need 85 different versions of Snake Eyes. Spirit Iron Knife comes with his Eagle Freedom. The guy has a lot of heft to him. He does feel like a solid piece of plastic. I like the inclusion of the vest where Mutt can hold on to his vest here while they're walking or out on patrol. I like the snarling face. Definitely looks like he means business just like his owner. But then when he's not out hunting down snakes and chasing the bad guys here, he does have a nice friendly face for when he probably wants to play fetch or see somebody he knows. So that's a really neat inclusion on behalf of the Hasbros. Okay, so let's move on to his weapons. So unpacking his weapons, I was pleasantly surprised. Let's start with his M16. The M16 was actually a more solid piece of plastic than what we've been getting with other offerings from Hasbro. A lot of my figures like Snow Job, Buzzer, and several other, the weapons, as I'm sure all of you have had the same experience, are completely warped and bent, and there's nothing that you can do to undo it. So this is really cool. His M16 is a solid, more rigid form of plastic. Let's see, the magazine does come out, which is really cool. There are no other magazines included with this offering. So it is the M16 with just 1 magazine. His baton, as I said earlier, I thought was bent, and it is, as you can see there. Probably doesn't show as well on camera, but it is not straight. It is bent. You can see as I'm moving it. Yeah, it's all over the place. His pistol is also bent. I mean, it has really great detail, don't get me wrong. I'm really digging the color. Yeah, it's forest green on black, which is really cool. And from the side, it's like, hey, this might not be too bad. But then when you look at it, it's bent. This is definitely the MO lately from Hasbro, is just to not give a crap and just give you whatever they think that you want. And yeah, so not that I don't like the figure. I do like the figure. I like his color. I like the expressions. I like what he comes with. I just think Hasbro can step up their game. Other people are offering a lot more accessories for less money. Other than greed, Hasbro's not doing that. get this guy posed up for this final shot. I did notice the joints in the knees were very, very stiff for Mutt. And then Junkyard, I could barely pose at all because I was afraid I was just going to break. I did have to use a hair dryer just to get the hands to open up a little bit, to put that flashlight prop in his hand and to get Junkyard's vest poop into Mutt's hand. And you can tell it isn't even all that great because it just wouldn't fit. Maybe it's the wrong hand for it. I just wanted to get this together for you guys to show you what he looked like. So I think the figure does look good in terms of color. I think they got all the colors right. Nothing seems to be over or under sprayed. The eyes are straight and there aren't any big issues. It's not like my Tiger Force Recondo that has the lopsided porn stash. So Mutt is looking pretty good in that regard. So yeah, overall, am I glad I have the figure for my collection? Yes. 45 bucks. I just think they could still offer just a little bit more. Again, a figure stand would probably come in a long way. And just tighten, like not actually tightening the joints, but you know, getting their game together up on the joints. Again, this guy has stiff knees, as they almost all do, and a really loose waist. Please make sure you give me a like and a subscribe. That would really help me out. And make sure that you keep tuning in for the next one. All right, thanks guys. Have a good one. Stay safe out there and see you in the next one.